what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sip Off Special Friday edition. Hope everyone has had a fabulous week. Let me go ahead and get everybody on right now. I've got my two co-hosts. We got Anthony Brown in the house. What's up, Ant? Anthony.
Man, I dozed off, man.
Stop it. How's your week been? How's your week?
It's been cool, man. Just vibing in the Ritz Carlton.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and get my other co-host on. We got Jahan Phillips. What's up, Jahan?
Yo, what up, though?
How you doing?
Buff Beard Phillips.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing good. And over here, stealing my vibe though, with the vibe in the Ritz Carlton, baby.
Yeah, man, that's been hijacked, bro. That's me now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He ain't even asked to borrow it. He ain't even asked me implies to borrow it. But it's all right.
Nah, sir. You know, I'm Captain Phillips. This is my shit now.
Okay, so it's Friday. It's Friday.
We ain't got no job. We ain't got shit to do.
I got a job. I just don't work tomorrow. Well, I would work tomorrow, except I broke my foot.
Wow.
Young Limpy over
out
there.
Here. You all right? You gonna be all right? You hobbling or you on the crutches?
I'm straight, but what are we drinking tonight? That's what I was getting to. It's Friday. What y'all drinking?
That looks like a bong.
It's a mixer.
Some gold Yinglings.
Oh, Yingling, okay.
Yingling, can we get a sponsorship, please?
Right. What are you drinking?
This is called the 420 brew.
420 brew.
Style.
Okay.
This
That's that Cali stuff.
He got that. Hey, Megan, he got that damn vampire glass.
Man, you
interview with a vampire.
If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it big, sir. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with it.
You 237 years old?
Hey,
is that what you saying?
Change his name to Anthony Blade. Anthony Blade.
Okay. So what I'm drinking is kind of like a sparkling wine kind of spritzer. It's got Saint Germain, a sparkling wine, and then Topo Chico in it. It's good.
Double Chico.
All right, let's get our guests on, and then we will jump into the show. Let's see, we got Will Vogel in the house, who's made his comeback a few weeks ago and has been back ever since.
What's up, people?
How you doing, Will? How's your weekend?
Relaxing. Good. Relaxing. Teams
playing
well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Our
Hornets. Okay.
Mine.
We're not going to start it this early, y'all. Not this early. All right, we got Cool McCain in the house who just finished his show. Go ahead and shout your show out real quick, Cool McCain.
PlayCallerSportsTalk.com. And as y'all see below, follow us on Twitter at Real Play Callers on Twitter.
The Real Play Callers.
Ain't nobody coming.
Not them other people. Not them other people. Us.
We have the return of the one and only. Are we doing Channing Tatum? Are we doing James Tatum?
Magic Mike?
Channing Tatum the third.
Channing Tatum the third. Okay, I like it. Can we call you Trey?
I see you, Magic Mike.
Tatum squared.
Tatum squared.
It's been tremendous. It's been fabulous. Got a lot of good work in. And we're just on to Cincinnati.
Definitely. I know there was some big news for the Gauntlet. You want to go ahead and let everybody know what happened this week for the Gauntlet?
The Gauntlet is officially renaming the Sports Moron of the Week the Jamarcus Russell Award. We're going to go with the Ben Simmons Award, but we're more of a football show. So after review, the ruling on the field is reversed.
I was thinking.
Well, I was talking about
the other thing.
The joining forces part. Because we got to get you added to the intro video.
So
right
the Gauntlet actually joined forces with.
Man, you got to upgrade that internet, bro. You got to upgrade that internet, man. You can't be coming on the show with that cricket internet, bro.
Okay? That used to be your internet.
I'm doing the best.
Okay, well, James will be back.
Now, you had a chance to not shoot. Don't make me get you, bro. I'm being sparing you. Don't make me get you, bro.
Let James talk. James, we didn't get to hear who the Gauntlet is joining up with. He's froze again. All right. Well, I guess we'll save that news until James isn't frozen. Let's see here.
I
Tyler.
think he's back.
Yeah, Tyler.
Channing, are you back?
Tyler,
back.
whenever you're ready, we
He's
are
back.
here. There we go.
Channing
James.
is back.
Tell everybody what's going on.
Oh, tell everyone what's going on. Yeah, we're obviously joining with Sideline Sports, so it's a great opportunity to grow and build our stuff. So I'm just really proud of Tyler and Dom and Jay and all the guys, all the work that they've been willing to put in to make this whole thing work. So we are really, really excited about it.
Absolutely. Congratulations on that.
Man.
Congrats, man.
Are you drinking anything
Welcome to the
tonight,
fam.
or are you chilling?
Well, actually,
No Capri Suns?
Aunt drank all my Capri Suns, so I had to go get some V8 juice.
Oh, okay. V8
So I'm
juice,
switching
okay.
it up.
Hey, don't leave your Capri
Sponsorship?
Suns around me, true
Sponsorship
player, for real.
for me?
Yeah, Miller Lite in the
I
house.
know it. I know
Yep,
it.
Miller.
I'm the
All right,
Capri
guys. Well,
Sun
let's
burglar.
jump into the first segment. Let's talk about NBA for a little bit. There's been some injuries, and then also if your team has had anybody you think is worthy of an All-Star, and then after that we will jump into the MVP conversation. But let's start with injuries and your team, who you think should be on the All-Star ballot. Also, real quick, we have Dom DeRubis in the house. What's up, Dom?
What up, Dom?
Yeah.
Love
Let's
you,
see, what do you
John.
have on?
Huh?
Dom?
Sharif
That's clean.
Sharif Abdur-Rahim.
So
Hey,
who do you
John,
want
man.
to start, Megan, with the All-Stars and stuff?
Why don't you go ahead and kick it off? Tell us what's going on with the Hornets and who you think should be an All-Star, and if y'all got any injuries to report.
Hornets are looking really good this week. We're up on the OKC Thunder 79-66 as we speak. Unfortunately, he's not a huge part of our team, but Jalen McDaniels left with a high ankle sprain during the game. But the team's looking really good this week. We beat Boston on Wednesday on ESPN, which was huge. It was a televised game. And Ball had a triple-double, Rozier had a double-double, Oubre had 18 off the bench. And, yeah, the team's been playing really well as late. And if I wanted two All-Stars on our team, I would say LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges, the cool thing about it was he used to be known as a dunker, but now he's expanded his game from, like, three-point to mid-range to good defense. And he's in a contract year, so hopefully we can re-sign him. And then LaMelo Ball, what more can I say? The guy can throw assists from anywhere on the court, can shoot lights out. I think those two definitely deserve some All-Star consideration.
Absolutely. And real quick, I want to introduce Tyler Ingram down at the bottom of the screen with the Chicago Bulls hats on. What's up, Tyler?
What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm here to drink, guys.
I'm here to drink too, Tyler.
All right, all right. Cheers. Cheers to everyone.
Big bosses.
Yeah, so that's
this
all
we
I
drink
have
out
to
of the
say
big
on
glass.
that
You know what I'm
one.
saying? This the
That's
glass.
right.
This the glass you pour your sipper in and you sit at the head of the table.
Okay,
you heard me?
Vampire.
Miles Bridges.
You
Party
only
party.
got one more joke, Will, and I'm gonna get you. I promise you. I promise you, man. I'm just spinning you. I'm gonna light you up. You keep on
Hey,
shooting my way.
Will. Miles Bridges. Sparty party. Flint, Michigan.
Sparty Party. He's a beast.
I just need to say one thing to Will. I didn't want to interrupt. I was letting him get his piece and letting y'all get
Okay.
y'all's, salutations.
Appreciate it. Yeah, what's up?
Hornets did have a great 2-week stretch.
Yes.
Milwaukee twice, beat
Yep.
Philly in that
Yep.
stretch. Lost to the Magic. That's the only thing that I had. The only knock that I've
That was
had
the
on
only blemish.
in the last 2 weeks.
That was the only blemish.
And
Listen.
that was the only game.
The game that Will went to is the only blemish.
The only
Speaking of that, though, listen. The Pistons,
just
the
kidding,
Magic, and Houston were probably the 3 worst teams in the league, right? Go look at our wins. Like, we all have wins over very good teams.
The Rockets beat the Jazz the other night.
Right.
Miles Bridges, nominee for most improved player, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that.
I think
I'll
Miles
co-sign
Bridges
that.
for most improved.
Hold on, guys. Jahan, what were you saying?
When?
Just now, were you
about
done? Were you
2
done with
weeks
your?
ago.
No, I was
with your-
just listening.
Okay,
I'm listening.
making sure.
I'm listening. That way, if I need to interject, I'm
Okay.
I think we've got most improved, and I think we have a candidate for Sixth Man of the Year with
Okay.
Oubre Jr.
All right, well,
and
let's-
you seen these?
Yes,
are
sir.
Voodoo Ranger.
IPA.
Oh, okay. All right, let's slide down to
Force.
Cool. Cool, what you got to say to me about Denver, maybe Milwaukee, whichever one you want to talk about?
Let's talk about Denver. We already know what it is with Milwaukee. It's very simple. It's going to be Giannis, possibly Chris Middleton. I mean, that's what it is. One of the best teams in the East right now. A couple of games back. They're in fourth place, but they're 2 games back up first. So, I mean, Milwaukee's Milwaukee. Well, let's talk a little bit about Denver.
I'm
In
screwed.
6th place, they're going to hang around there unless they get back at least one of the 2 main pieces that we're missing. You know, Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. actually may be back this year. I think Michael Porter Jr. is more of a long shot. Jamal Murray's injury should be a year, but he's ahead of schedule. Obviously, it's not going to be before the All-Star break, but even if we can get him back nearer to the end of the season before the playoffs start, I think we can make a run if we were able to get him acclimated in with everyone else. Only guy I can see on our team making an All-Star team is a coach, the reigning and defending MVP, Nikola Jokic,
Right.
the triple-double machine, the only big man that can score, shoot, pass, rebound, and block the way he does. That's the All-Star.
All right, Don, talk to me about the Pistons. What y'all got going on?
Mounting losses, injuries.
Who's injured?
Jeremy Grant's apparently untradeable ass. Wait, can I say ass on TV?
Yeah, we're fine. So
Man, you disrespectful. Jeremy Grant, the best player on your team. Your team is trash, bro.
You really? See, Ant,
Hey,
I love you, but this is how I know you don't watch basketball.
Jay Cunningham.
Thank you, Jahan.
K
See,
been playing suspect.
This is like Bizarro World. I
Yeah,
gotta
K-
yell at Ant.
K-
I gotta yell at Ant, and I gotta agree with Jahan.
Yeah,
Jeremy
Kerry's definitely the guy for that.
Grant. Listen, here. This is what it is about
Hold on,
Jeremy Grant.
One second.
Youngest host in sip-off history.
Also, we got Jay Nelson in the house. What's up,
Jay
Jay?
Nelson.
Big J.
All right.
Yo,
Here's what it is about Jeremy Grant.
Little Jay.
Last year, he was a borderline all-star.
Waving at you.
But what he was the number 1 option on a bad team. All of his numbers got inflated because he got a whole bunch more field goal attempts, free throw attempts. But
Right.
he's too old to be a foundational piece for this team. And I've said this 1,000 times, but if any of those rumors were true last year at the trade deadline about a team offering even 1 first-round pick, let alone multiple, and they didn't take it, that is dumb as hell. Because if a team offers you even 1, let alone multiple first-round picks for a free agent that you signed, you take it.
I don't know, man. With Detroit, how young do you guys want to be? Just getting draft picks that year in and year out. You need to have some veterans on that squad.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2. Jeremy Grant
I'm
not
just
being
saying-
one of them.
I'm
We
just
have
saying-
Kelly
I'm just saying if you keep-
Olynyk. There's our veteran.
I just want to
And
say
I mean,
one thing
if you're
about
gonna-
Jay Cunningham, though, before anything, he's done something that only Iverson, Luka Doncic, and LaMelo Ball have done. Damon posted that in the sip-off group. I saw it right before we came on. So to be in that class right there, that says it all. That says all about who's the best player on that Pistons team right now.
Mhm.
And when
Kate is that guy.
Yeah, when you put yourself
Yeah,
on the
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It's like 500 points, 100 and something rebounds, 53 pointers made. Like only Iverson and it's like in the first 34 games, and only Iverson,
okay.
Luka Doncic, and
One of my good friends that I trust A far greater basketball mind than me swears that he could be just as good as LeBron.
I don't know about that. That's high praise.
That is a very lofty comparison.
Cold. It's cold in here.
But back to what Megan said. Who do I see as all-stars? No one. Kate will be in the rookie game.
Why is it always got to be that?
Skim over that LeBron mess, dog. Like, come on, man. Tell your boy to put the pipe down, man. Put the pipe down.
It's a lofty comparison. But
put the pipe
to what
down.
Megan asked.
No, it's not a lofty.
Back to what Megan asked.
It's asinine.
I see no all-stars.
You're going to say Cade is the best player on the team, but you don't think he should be an all-star.
I mean, I'm not gonna waste my vote on him. He's not. No, he's not. He hasn't done enough from game one to now to be an all-star. I expect to see him in the rookie game. I would like to see Sadiq Bey in the 3-point competition, maybe, but no, we don't have any all-stars.
Oh my God,
Okay,
Dom is so funny.
Dom keeping it real about the Pistons. Let's slide over to Tyler. Tyler, hold on. Do a shot because y'all had a real injury this week.
Yeah. Are we doing shots?
Hold on, I gotta go get my crown.
You don't put that fireball down. You don't put that in the camera like you done with that, bro. You better put that down. Come on,
man, you can't be drinking fireball, dude.
Some of us drink.
Who's drinking fireball? Who's drinking fireball?
Dom is.
I traded my other shot of fireball for Hot Damn 100. I mean, not
even worse.
Not necessarily willingly.
Even worse.
Stop this nonsense.
Yeah, Jay knows though. Hot Damn 100 is our generation's fireball, is it not?
That and Aftershock. Now I know you remember Aftershock.
Okay, Tyler, tell us who got injured, and then talk to me about who you think should be all-stars.
Well, Lonzo tore his meniscus, so that's cool, right? It's like, so
what?
He's at least
6 weeks, right?
Yeah. So Bulls are going to be going through a little bit of a grind, missing him because we need, like I said all last season, and when we did the show, I said the Bulls, they're so much better when they have a pass-first point guard on the court.
Right.
So they're gonna have to really.
That sucks so bad.
Yeah, it does.
Can I donate Jeremy Grant's meniscus to Lonzo Ball?
Yeah, I mean we'll definitely take it. I want him to get the surgery. Believe it or not, everyone's like, "Oh, he should play through it," and you should want that. You don't want to kill your momentum, but he's here for multiple years, and I would rather preserve him. I do not want that man to just tear that thing and shred it up, man.
If he does it now, he could be back
partially torn.
You know what I mean? It's a partial.
Yeah, it was only partial.
Yeah, it's a partial tear. So he could play through it, but like I said, I'd rather preserve him for the playoffs and for the long run because we have him on a multiple-year contract. So I'm not, I'm not going to shred that
surgery
dude.
Now. You might slide down a few slots, but you'll still be in the playoffs.
So let's talk about some positive news. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine absolutely should be all-stars to me. They balled all season. What a tandem they are, on the court this year. In the offseason, people said that DeMar DeRozan wasn't going to work in Chicago. He's shutting everybody up. Yeah, he don't play defense. Guess what? He scores on everybody. He honors Kobe at every game. He wears Kobe Bryant shoes at every single basketball game. He has an unreal Kobe Bryant collection of kicks. But all that being said, DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine absolutely should be all-stars this year. And if they don't get it, then, that's how I feel about it. So they better be an all-star game.
Something with brisk iced tea.
What are you drinking?
Peach Crown. All right. Let's talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bougie tonight.
You can't do Japan.
Jay, since y'all probably don't have no all-stars, let's talk about that game against Utah. I mean, let's just be real. Y'all probably don't have no all-stars. I like that Dom kept it
Christian
real,
Wood.
honestly.
That's the only one that I would say is Christian Wood.
Okay. So talk to us about the Utah. Go ahead and talk about the Utah game and that's a big win for you guys.
Huge.
You know, I'll keep this short. I said on the carousel that we had the ability to steal a game, and it was about the Houston Rockets finishing games. We have had a knack for hanging with the big boys. We'll even get like a 4 or 5 point halftime lead or be down by 4 or 5 points. But it's just been about finishing. That's been probably our biggest problem is finishing, you know. And so with that being said, now I will say this much, and that's not taking nothing away from the Rockets, but I think the Utah has actually dropped the last 7 games versus teams below 500. So this actually,
they
this
look
game
past
actually,
us.
Yeah,
We got Utah tonight.
This game actually says more about Utah than Houston. So
You know
it
something,
may be that
Jay.
the Jazz are getting exposed.
You want to know something, Jay?
What's up?
You want to know something? That is the saddest stat I ever heard. The Utah Jazz go out there, have a great season every year. They have a great regular season. They could beat all the big dogs. They choke in the playoffs, and they lose to teams they should beat.
Bro,
That is a horrid stat.
That's Utah since Stockton and Malone.
Thank you. Yes, it's always been Utah.
Go out there, go out there and throw up 50 wins every year.
Hold on, it is a little bit of news. The Utah Jazz with Stockton and Malone made it to the NBA Finals. You're telling me the Utah Jazz of this era is going to make it to the NBA Finals? They can't win that West.
That is true.
No,
that is true. But they've always been that team that can't win the big one.
True.
It's like Toronto.
They've always been
They
that team
got,
that can't win the big one.
it's like Toronto before they got Kawhi.
I mean, come on. Like you think of the top. You think of the top.
Why do
10
you even bring him up, Dom? Damn.
Because it's a comparison. Because Toronto was doing the same thing before they got Kawhi. They would go out there, expend max effort in the regular season, win 50 games.
2 words. Fuck Kawhi.
Fuck it.
James.
Yeah.
James, talk to me about the Sixers and what's going on, man. We've seen a couple of trades get denied. And I just want to say real quick, just kind of my opinion on those trade offers. I don't think it's necessarily Philly that's turning them down. I think it's Ben Simmons. Because when it boils down to all of this, it's Ben Simmons the one that's being the most difficult. So I think it's Ben Simmons that's turning down these completely reasonable trade offers.
James, I want to see both your hands. I want to see both your hands when you're talking about Joel Embiid.
Okay. First thing I just want to say about Ben Simmons
a little bit.
I think he's pretty much been a clown during this whole situation, and the main reason why I say that is because, for me, as a person that takes mental health very seriously, he at the beginning of the season was getting fined, and he came back, and then he said he wasn't mentally prepared to return back to the team. So when you're using mental health as a crutch, when you really are just making up an excuse so you won't have to play, to me, that's very disrespectful. So even before that, when he was getting kicked out of practice, being unprofessional, it just makes the whole situation that much worse. So I really don't think that Ben has pretty much tried to handle himself like an adult during this whole time. And yeah, I understand that the trade offers have been, the Sixers have kind of wanted too much for Ben. I admit that, but this guy is not gonna. He's not at the status where he can demand where he wants to go. He's not that good. So we're gonna trade him for something.
You're not getting an all-star in that trade.
No,
I honestly, I agree. I mean,
you could get an all-star. But my thing is, like, as far as destination-wise, not many people want to go to Detroit. I mean, Jeremy Grant was the one that wanted to go there and be the man. He wanted to be the man, so that's why he was cool with going to Detroit. Now, you would think that Ben Simmons would want that too, but I mean, I don't know.
He's not going to be the man, though.
I actually think he's an excellent fit for Sacramento. Like, I think he's a great fit for Sacramento. Alvin Gentry is a real coach. He will definitely.
Oh, wait a minute! What?
Yes, because he's an old school coach. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, he's the winningest coach or anything like that, but he's an old school coach. So I think
I don't think he's good either.
You know,
really just said that.
I think he's all right.
Man, somebody bring on Mark Bell. You just called Alvin Gentry a real coach.
Oh, you don't want Mark Bell coming here. He is not a fan.
Alvin Gentry Wow.
What about
that is
quick trade?
literally the worst basketball take I've ever heard you make, Megan. Ever.
Shut up, Dom. You about to get muted. This is my fucking show.
What about if you were to
I'm
have
being
Ben
100%
Simmons
honest.
get traded for Russell Westbrook?
I don't think Westbrook helps this team.
The
Westbrook
salaries match.
That's like it's like we're trading for the same player. We're trading for a
Yeah.
guard that can't
Well,
shoot.
The salaries
So
match.
It's not going to help us at all.
For a guy that will shoot, but it's
Raylan,
not
they
that
were
great at
they
shooting, I
had
still took
they had
Westbrook.
Fox and Halliburton in the trade offer, right? Is that right?
Russell
Who-
Westbrook getting
who did
passed
They
Sacramento?
had both of
around.
them.
One or the
They had
other.
both
The
of them in the
Sixers-
trade offer.
The Sixers, no, it wasn't both of them because the Sixers said they weren't interested in Fox. But they might be
Russell
interested
Westbrook getting passed around like a doobie.
I mean, I would get down with it though. Like Tyrese is a good player, and then we have Tyrese Maxey as well. So
Right.
those two guys in the backcourt, I think, would be really, really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Halliburton-
I agree with
Halliburton-
that. I think the Sixers are significantly better with that trade.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's why
Yeah.
I say, I really felt like this was Ben Simmons that turned down that offer than, the Sixers, because that one was pretty reasonable. Maybe not Detroit. I can kind of understand that. It seems to be the place to go where careers die. But
Did you see that offer that we allegedly made?
yeah, I
And
mean,
they
that was
still
a decent,
turned it
that was
down?
a decent offer too.
That was that's more than I would have wanted to offer. Like,
where
yeah,
does
you
he
can have a
go?
Linux, you can have a first-round pick, you can have Jeremy Grant, but like,
I like Olenek. I like Olenek a lot.
me
I
too.
think-
We
Me
had
too.
I
But
really
Olenek was
understand.
producing in Houston.
the
I
thing
don't
that
really
bothered me was
understand.
Sadiq Bey. I would not want him in that trade.
Okay,
They're
hold on.
better
What
with
were you
them.
saying, James?
Ben literally
I
not
was just
playing.
saying, I
Yeah,
don't really
true.
understand that argument when it comes to like where does he? Well, he doesn't want to go to Detroit. He doesn't want to go to Cleveland. He doesn't want to go to Sacramento. He doesn't want to go to all these bad teams. Well, does he think a
Cleveland
team
is a
that's
good
at
team.
the top of the league team is gonna want him? Is he gonna like?
Yeah,
elevate
not
their team?
after like
Someone-
how you
He's,
conduct
He's
yourself.
Yeah,
delusional.
There's no
This is it.
serious contender that's like, oh, you know what we need? Ben Simmons. Said no
Brooklyn
serious
Nets are not
contender
going to
ever.
call us and say, "Hey, you guys want James Harden?" They're not going to do that. It's not going to
No.
happen. Like,
That's
All right.
why Ben Simmons has people around him that pump his head up just a little too much. He should probably get away from them. And I mean, there's no way in the world you're not in a position where you
We
turn
should be
down where you want to
completely
go.
done
No,
with
we send you where we want you to go. You
I
know?
hope while he's
Like,
sitting
you know,
around
this is
getting
no-
fined,
Cowboys are
I hope
not a
he's
perfect
working on his
example.
jumper.
Hey, Ben
I hope
Simmons
that
ain't
the
been the same
Cowboys are
since he
not
was
a
with the
perfect
Kardashian
example of
chick.
what happens when you have yes people around you. Like that is not going to be productive. You have to have someone to tell you, no, hey, that's not working. You're not doing the right thing. You know,
Like Jerry Jones.
That's what
He's
I'm saying. Like
upset.
Jerry Jones wants yes men, and that's what he's had for such a long time. And so, obviously that
that's
hasn't
where
been
they stay
good
losing.
when it comes to winning. That's if you want to win, you don't necessarily need to be told yes all the time. You need to be told when you need to fix something. You need to be told when, hey, this is
Accountability.
the direction that you need to go.
Jerry Jones needs to be put out to pasture.
Anyways, we're not going to talk about Jerry Jones. I was just pointing out, like, if there was any perfect example, it's that you don't need yes people in your life, like something like that. Jahan, what team you claiming this week? Who you talking about?
I mean, obviously, Steph Curry is an all-star. Obviously, I mean,
All right.
Okay,
that
so
goes
we
without
rolling with
saying.
the dub. We rolling with the dub this week.
Nah, Kevin Durant is an all-star. That goes
Oh
without
my
saying.
god.
Always a
He
crapshoot.
is an all-star.
This man.
Man.
Who else?
You know what? I hope the Warriors and Nets are in the NBA Finals so I can see you explode. I want to see all just come out, and I'm gonna ride you every single day.
You know who I'm rolling
Every-
with. You know who I'm rolling with.
Better be Stephen
Actually, no,
Curry.
we don't know who we're rolling with.
Whoever won the previous game, that's who you're rolling
That'll be
with.
You
Steph.
know who I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with Steph.
Okay.
Anyway, but however, LaMelo Ball is also an all-star.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
I agree.
Miles
Yeah.
Bridges is also
Can we
an
move?
all-star.
Can we
Damn
mute
right.
him now?
Who else I gotta show love to? Chris Paul is also an all-star.
oh
He looked
no.
dead in the camera when you said that.
CP3 is an all-star.
He is.
He's not a Hornet anymore.
No,
All right,
no, no.
guys.
The person that I'm directing that to knows why I said that. The two people on the record who know why I said that.
Wow.
I've heard about Cool and
All
his
right.
dismay
Anthony,
for
talk
what
to
he's
me
seen
about the
from Curry.
Clippers. Paul George, despite being injured, is way up there in the All-Star voting.
So-
So talk to me about what's going on with y'all.
PG possibly gonna be a starter. Low key, I think he's number 3 right now in All-Star
Is he
vote.
going to play? Is he going to be healthy enough to play?
Honestly, that's all I'm worried about. I don't even want him to go to the All-Star game because he ain't even contributing to our team right now. But my team's still looking decent, even though we struggling real bad. So
Right. You guys played Denver really hard last night. I know you didn't come out with the dub, but it was an overtime game. And like you said, you guys are playing without Kawhi and playing without PG. What is going on with Denver that they couldn't put that team to bed immediately?
well, we couldn't put them to bed because we had a little bit. I think our guards was a little slightly off for that game. We need a lot of help. We need our stars back. Like,
No, I meant what was
up
up with Denver? Because Denver obviously had the advantage, even though Denver is injured as well, but they're not as injured to the degree of which y'all are.
I think one of our main problems right now is that we can't really stop Jokic like that.
PG is number 4 in the West for votes.
I would say
Embiid either.
I think it's Jokic.
Yeah, it was Jokic last night. He didn't have anything to do with the conversation. I will say this right here, man. The Clippers really went out there and played hard last night. It took a last-second Aaron Gordon shot at the end of overtime to win that game. Aaron Gordon and Jokic had to, they had to really play hard, and you got to respect the Clippers that they're without their 2 best players, and they're able to go out there and take a team, to overtime and barely lose that game. That's a lot of respect for them for that, for real.
I think, hey, cool.
And they don't have an Embiid on their team or a CP3.
We're getting worked right now by
I saw
Philly.
You know what I was thinking last night when I was watching the Denver and versus Clippers game? That you and Reggie Jackson look a ton alike, Anthony.
Oh, wow.
No.
A teeny little bit, but you know Reggie Jackson really looks like? Reggie Jackson and Bobby Shmurda are the same dude.
I'm gonna give you that. I ain't gonna argue with you.
Megan.
Okay. And I just had to get it in because my team probably is not going to have any All-Stars either, even though DeJounte Murray
Jahan's dying, man. Jahan's dead.
Megan, you know who else are long-lost twins?
She did that.
Dom
You got that.
and Nick Kroll.
It's over for him tonight. Ain't no comeback for that one, boy.
I ain't even gonna
Nick
try.
Kroll,
I got the same hairdo too. Yours are just longer.
You're Ruxin, dude.
No, I'm way closer to what's his name?
You're so
Ali
Ruxin.
G.
Let's face it though. Ant can't get buckets. Reggie can. So that's what separates the two of them.
Ant can get buckets.
He can't get
Reggie
buckets.
can't.
He can't.
That's what that AB stand for. All buckets.
I don't know. Did you see Reggie Jackson in the playoffs last year?
I'll take Anthony over
anytime
Reggie
y'all want to
Jackson.
get balled up, y'all can just holler at me because I do this for real. This ain't for play.
Real quick.
You ain't nice.
Real quick.
I take offense to it.
All-Star voting is as follows.
Bring it on.
Go ahead.
James, I'll sit you on your pockets.
The West.
No, your pockets ain't long enough, boss.
Listen.
What's up?
West front court, it's LeBron, Jokic, and Wiggins. Guards are Steph and Ja Morant. East, it's Durant, Giannis, Embiid, DeRozan, and Trae Young.
Ooh, you said that size advantage, man.
Hey, man. Hey, when y'all get a chance, go to YouTube and look at Suggs highlight. He got a technical. He got done dirty by THT. Like in about, I think it was the second quarter. THT took him out. He's still playing though. He good. He balling, but THT took that boy out the air. Like I think he landed on his clavicle.
Ow.
Dude, it was like one of the worst kicking plays ever.
Real quick, we're going to pick one person that you feel like is your MVP pick. We're about a little over halfway through the season. So tell me one person that you're going to pick for
my
your
MVP is Steph. I'm going with Steph.
Steph.
Yeah, I'm going with
Durant.
Steph
Kevin
too.
Durant.
I was torn for a little bit between two guys, but gotta go with Steph.
All
Is
right.
everybody gonna go with Steph? Because I'm not.
No, I'm
going
gonna say Embiid.
Oh, I was gonna say.
JoJo. What JoJo is doing right now, without having another star on the team, is unheard of. He's killing it. He's dominating on both sides of the floor, just like he was last year before he got hurt. He's the same Embiid, except for the difference is he has no help. He's doing it with no help, which helps his argument for the MVP.
But who was Steph's other star until 4 games ago when Clay came back? And don't tell me Draymond Green.
Jordan Poole.
Well, they have a losing record without Draymond Green. They're
Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins.
So,
okay, Wiggins is
on the All-Star voting.
Star.
No.
Jordan Poole's balling. Calm down with that tone, Don.
Wiggins isn't a star.
He's balling. He's not a star.
No.
Okay, so
he's a future star. Yeah.
Who else hasn't put their MVP vote in?
Me.
I think it's
Cool. Who you got?
I think it's Steph.
Cool. You rolling with Joker?
You know I am.
I think me and
I knew you were gonna say
Cool
Joker.
rolling with Joker.
Yep. You know I am. I'm gonna give you. I was trying to pull up some stats for you real quick.
No, I'm going Steph. Steph.
Okay.
You know, I would pick the guy on my team. I would pick DeRozan if Zach LaVine wasn't having mirror image numbers.
Right, yeah, he is.
The two of them are balling. Like
that's why when you named off that All-Star list. You named off that All-Star list, and I didn't even hear Zach LaVine on that list. And if you're putting DeRozan, okay, because I was gonna say if you're putting DeRozan in, you got to put LaVine in. He's literally got close to mirror image numbers. So
he's 3, and he's like he's a couple 100,000 votes behind Trae Young.
I didn't hear one Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You did not. You did not. And I think because
I'm gonna tell you why.
He's had.
Didn't he win it last year?
I'm gonna tell you why I didn't pick Giannis.
Oh, Jokic
won last year.
Jokic won last year. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't pick Giannis. He has co-stars. He's got Chris Middleton there. There's a borderline All-Star, and he also has Drew Holiday, who is above average guy. So I think
who might be the best defender in the NBA.
But when you have that help there, it's kind of hard to pick over some of these other guys that don't have as much help.
Thank you so much for bringing up Chris Middleton. And here's why.
I did earlier. You might have missed it.
I did.
He was
no, you're right. I did. Not even my point. Y'all ever look at the made up nicknames on Basketball Reference?
Yes, those are funny.
Have you ever heard someone call Chris Middleton WD-40?
What?
No.
How about Baby Joe Johnson?
Definitely not.
Cash Money, I've heard.
Yeah.
Those are his three. Those are his 3 alleged nicknames on Basketball Reference. But I think it's like Wikipedia. You can just email them a nickname and they'll post it.
And they'll put anything, yeah.
All right, Wikipedia, Megan Price, Queen of Who? Let's slide over to college. Jahan, talk to us about what's going on in the college world.
Well, I would say the biggest upset of this week has been Indiana beating Purdue.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a big upset. Yeah.
It was. That shook the college landscape. I saw something interesting today. Mike Woodson is 14-0 when he wears a suit, and he's 0-4 when he doesn't. This season.
Wow, he better wear a suit every game going forward.
Hey, say that again. Right. Say that again, bro.
14-0 when he wears a suit, and 0-4 when he doesn't.
Wait, Mike Woodson?
Mike Woodson, coach of Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh,
right. I forgot he went there.
Yeah. So, Tar Heels, as always.
Bad week.
As always, you know, every day. That's
the bad week.
That's my squad, but we got absolutely obliterated by Miami.
Yeah, we did.
I took some solace in Duke losing the same night, but to Florida State, but that didn't even help me feel better about that complete beatdown that we took.
I know, right? And we have a big game against Wake coming up.
Yeah.
The most disappointing.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Wake tomorrow night, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
But
the most disappointing part to me, real quick.
Though.
Hell no, I ain't watching UNC versus Wake over the Packers game tomorrow night. Stop.
Yeah, you are.
I saw something interesting though. They said that
I'm not watching the Packers game over UNC.
They said every road game.
That's fine. Go ahead.
They said every road game in the Big 12 conference is a quadrant 1 game now.
Big 12 or Big 10?
Big 12. And you know something that's funny about the Big 12? There's only 10 teams in the Big 12.
I heard about that, Michael.
True story. Only 10 teams in the Big 12. And they are projecting. They are projecting.
The Big 10 should be the Big 12 and vice versa.
And vice versa, yeah.
And they're projecting the Big 12 to get 8 bids this year.
Oh, I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that.
No. So it's like the Big 10 every year. Put 8 teams in, and 6 of them are out in the first round.
Yeah, for real, Dom. I agree.
But you got to realize when they're doing all these projections, you haven't had the conference championship tournaments and all those things where you're gonna get those automatic bids.
Right.
Pull some of those
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Anthony James Brown, pay attention.
Check.
Y'all know I got a short attention span, man.
Anthony taking L's tonight, bro.
Wait, is James really your middle name?
That took him all the way out.
I don't even know what y'all talking about.
Okay.
Hey, what do y'all think about Russell to the Rockets?
No,
we're talking about college.
You already been there.
We're talking about college.
We've done that anyway.
Yeah, bro, you really ain't paying attention.
Okay, so on the women's side, real quick, I want to say that, Jahan, I think that you kind of called this last week or the week before and said that Arizona was going to fall off some. Arizona is 12-2, and we talking women's though. We're talking women's. So right now,
I was surprised. I was surprised because I mean, Brad, all respect to Cuzzo, he was like, "Oh, it should be a surprise." They went to the championship last year. However, that to me was surprising anyway. When you have powerhouses like a UConn or a Baylor that didn't get there, Mulkey leaving. Mulkey has LSU rolling. By the way,
yeah, she does.
I mean, she's aged like milk, but she's got Baylor. I mean, LSU rolling.
That was bad.
You know what I mean?
Some big powerhouse lost to Oregon earlier this week. Who was it?
He threw in the age like milk reference.
UCLA lost to Oregon in men's basketball.
But
No, women's.
Hold on. I saw that game.
Remember I was like the court gives me a headache.
Yeah.
The court's
Hold on,
weird.
let me look.
But
who?
LSU
Oregon
is rolling, and I say,
are you talking about Oregon?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they beat UConn. That's who it was.
Yes.
I was shocked
72 to
by Arizona
59.
getting to the finals last year.
I don't want to talk about it.
They could have, and they had a chance to beat Stanford last year. They played a phenomenal championship game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hats off to Arizona. I just felt that this year, them being back up top 10 was a surprise to me. Everyone's like, "Oh, why is that a surprise? Why is that a surprise?"
No, I mean, you called it because the very next week that they took a loss and they fell to number 10.
To me, they're very streaky, and I feel like a lot of teams right now, they're going. They don't have their identity. We know who South Carolina is. We know who NC State is right now because NC State is rolling. Like we know who they are. We know that they're going to be in the Elite Eight, in the Final Fours. These are Final Four caliber teams.
I hope so. As someone who don't have a team, I'm going to support JJ's cousin, and I'm going to support the NC State Wolfpack there.
They definitely have the team and the talent to get there. Like I said,
that's right, James. Wolfpack.
When they absolutely blew out North Carolina. North Carolina was undefeated going in that game. Beat North Carolina by 27. North Carolina has a very good team this year. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Sweet 16 on the women's side.
Who are you talking about? NC State?
Yeah, NC State beat them by 27.
The one I think like nobody's talking about and they just quietly winning, Louisville.
Yep. Tennessee too. Tennessee's on.
I mean, people talking about Tennessee. I mean, I've been talking about Tennessee. I'm gonna be real.
Tennessee though, but I would not be shocked to see South Carolina back in the title game. Don Staley.
Yeah,
amazing,
I was gonna bring up South
amazing.
And
They
also
had a-
real
they had a
quick,
slip
we gotta
up.
talk about
Missouri-
Baylor.
Missouri
Baylor
popped
women.
them.
Baylor women fell to number 16. Yee.
I mean, that's coaching though. That's coaching. It's hard to
It
come
is
in and
coaching.
replace a
Tim
Mulkey.
Mulkey makes that much of a difference.
Yeah, it's hard to come in and replace a Mulkey. You can have
Bleacher
all
Report
talent.
doesn't even have women's college basketball.
Who?
Bleacher Report.
Yeah, they do. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you got to find it.
Yeah, no, they
I don't
cover
see
it. All right, so real quick, we had some big news in the women basketball world. International play, though. Lauren Jackson has been using medicinal marijuana and has been able to help alleviate some of the pain that she has had, and will be returning to international play at this year's World Cup. So big news for that. If you are a WNBA buff, you know exactly who Lauren Jackson is.
Yeah.
And even the
Who
women's
is that?
national
Who is that?
basketball.
Who is that?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Oh
it
my
right
God.
now. You know who Lauren Jackson is.
Never heard of her.
Shut up, fool.
Is that Lamar's cousin?
Yeah, Lamar's twin sister.
See, Jahan just had this real good segment,
And this
now
shit
he's
is
crashing back to earth.
9.5.
Jahan has to be Jahan.
Continue, Megan.
I don't be messing with them like that, bro.
Megan,
So
continue.
if you have a
9.5.
favorite Lauren Jackson stat or Lauren Jackson moment or fact, go ahead and shoot it out. Will, why don't you start us off?
Well, I was doing some research on Lauren Jackson earlier. Because
You don't say.
told me before the show. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. She actually, I thought this was awesome, is an ambassador for a foundation. I'm sorry, an ambassador for a foundation to empower abused women from Rwandan genocide.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
I mean, to me, I feel like that shouts out, because WNBA, when you talk about social work and social justice work, WNBA has always been at the forefront of that. People
like
have
Maya
talked about it.
Moore.
Right. Like people have talked about it in the past few years, but it's been something that the WNBA has done the entirety of the history of the league. So,
yes.
I think that's huge. Definitely want to highlight that. Anthony, this is your chick. Talk to me about her.
What?
I said this is
Oh
your
my
chick. This is one of your favorite veterans besides Lisa Leslie.
Mike Jack's niece.
Why his ponytail look like a
What
weed
you
leaf?
talking about?
Lauren
Put
Jack.
your head down again.
Oh, Lauren Jackson. Mad respect to Lauren Jackson, the young Australian man. She going into the Hall of Fame.
Obviously.
Hey man. I ain't gonna lie. I lost my train of thought because I looked down at the score and I seen the Clippers was beating the 76ers, so I literally wasn't even thinking about that. We was just
Pew, 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 shots fired.
Wow.
we just came back, so I was, but yeah.
And we back.
I think she's one of the top 10, top 5 greatest Australian players in the WNBA.
I would
I
argue
would agree with that.
She's in the Australian Hall of Fame, and she has made every single WNBA anniversary team. She made the 10th, the 15th, the 20th, and the 25th. So, I mean,
I have a little Lauren Jackson stat I'd like to throw out. A little piece of information, a little bit of information.
go ahead.
Either her or Sue Bird. I think Sue Bird might be the number 1 Australian player right now. But
Sue Bird's Australian?
I
No.
believe so.
No.
I believe so.
No.
I believe
She's
so.
American. She was just on the American
believe so.
team.
Have you ever
believe so.
heard her
Hold on.
speak?
Hold on.
But while he's
Liz
looking at
Cambage.
that,
Liz Cambage is the other
Hold on.
Liz
Australian.
Cambage is the other Australian. Liz
Okay.
Cambage.
Liz is.
I know
Yeah.
you see
But
Tarazi and
Lauren
Sue Bird
Jackson,
celebrating together.
I just wanted to point out with Lauren Jackson, a little history on her that people may or may not know. When she was 14 years old, she made the under 20 under 20 Australian team, and she was called up to the Australian women's national basketball team at 16. So she's been
Reading this
playing
right
ball
now.
professionally since pretty much 14. So this is a woman who can ball.
Yeah.
She can ball.
Women playing basketball in Australia,
long
it's
time.
like
I just wanted to point that out.
why am I drawing a blank? The Spurs, the Frenchman, Tony Parker.
Right.
Tony.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like Tony Parker and like Killian Hayes in the French leagues. Like as soon as like you could be
Tony Parker.
14, 15, 16 years old. If you're good enough to
Right,
play in the
yeah.
pro leagues, you're in it.
Like exactly like you said. Look, if you don't mind me saying, Luka Doncic was like a EuroLeague MVP, Finals MVP at like age maybe 17, 18.
16. He was 16, 17.
He was
going against big
16.
dogs
Yeah,
over
he
there.
was young as heck.
Yep.
Okay.
So was
and-
Ricky Rubio, but they didn't translate.
Right, Ricky
That
Rubio.
boy a bum.
Who's a bum? Ricky Rubio?
Rubio.
No,
I
he
wanted
did
Ricky
not.
Rubio. I wanted Ricky
Rubio's-
Rubio.
Rubio's been
2-3 years
balling,
ago.
Will.
He
Never
He
been
got
hurt.
hurt, but he was balling.
This is his
Man,
only
Ricky
good
what's
year.
up with the Rubio
To this
shade, bro?
day,
Never forget Ricky
it's
Rubio
a
was drafted ahead
caliber
of
point
Steph Curry.
guard.
Put some
Ricky
respect
Rubio
on
to this
Rubio's
day
name,
is a
bro.
second caliber point guard.
He's
if you have
only
a good
had this
2
good
and a good
year.
3.
This is his
So-
only good year.
So let me touch on a point. I do think it is pretty impressive that Lauren Jackson won her MVP in her third season. With every sport, with the NFL, with the NBA, with the MLB, with the hockey, like usually people say that third year is when you take off, right?
When you turn
Lauren
the corner,
Jackson
yeah.
went out there. Yeah. So Lauren Jackson in her third season went out there and won an MVP, averaged 21.2 points per game. She's third in rebound in WNBA with 9.3 a game and third in blocks, averaging 2 a game, basically. So she was top 3 in all 3 categories and top 3 in all 3 categories and did it in her third season. Props to Lauren Jackson. She's a dog.
Props to Lauren Jackson.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
big props.
I'm looking at all her highlights and awards,
I mean-
and I got to scroll to see them all.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, you do.
You know, you look
She's
like
Yeah,
major,
she got a lot, bro.
she's major for international play. Like she was part of the Women's National Basketball League, and then her international awards. Like she has 3 silver, gold medals from the
I'm
Olympics.
looking at it right now. Three times silver.
Yeah, and
One
then she
time
has
bronze.
2 bronze in the World Championship, and she has a gold in the World Championship. She has a silver in the Junior
Silver in
World
the-
Championship, and then the Commonwealth
And a
Games as
gold
well.
in the Commonwealth Games. You're looking at the same thing I am.
yeah.
Yeah. So
The beast.
she's definitely been one of the main. She didn't come into the WNBA until 2001, I believe.
01.
Uh,
It was 01 season.
One season. Okay, and so
I'll tell you, if I'm remembering correctly, speaking of Australians, she's the female version of what Andrew Bogut wishes he was.
Right. He wishes
Hey,
he
man,
had.
we ain't gonna hate on the world
Man,
champion.
John, you like the king of erroneous facts, bro.
We not
Tell me I'm wrong, though.
Like, that didn't
Erroneous.
fucking even. Who cares?
How's that erroneous? Tell me I'm wrong.
Nah, because Andrew Bogut is a world champion out here, and he was a leading rebounder in the 2016 NBA Finals until he got hurt.
But did he ever
Yeah,
lead?
but-
Did he ever lead
but
all 3
Jahan-
categories in 1 year? No.
Nah, I mean we ain't gonna diss
Nah.
Andrew Bogut out here.
Yes,
That's the
we
point.
is.
That's the point.
Yeah, we are.
He was a
We are.
catalyst in my boy Steph Curry getting his first NBA ring.
All things being the same, who would you rather have, Lauren Jackson or Andrew Bogut? It's not even a
Bogut
question.
in a heartbeat.
Lauren Jackson.
Or, I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Lauren Jackson. Okay.
Lauren Jackson.
All right. All this Lauren Jackson talk was just for us to segue into the WNBA free agency, which starts on February 1st. Teams were allowed to start negotiating and talking to their players on the
You don't
15th
talk
of this
about
month.
Andrew Bogut like that.
Shut up, boo. Nobody said that about Andrew.
Let it go.
Andrew Bogut.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like defending him.
Put his patch on
You
your.
can talk
on your
about Andrew
jacket.
Bogut like that.
Put his patch on your
Leave
jacket.
it to
you know.
John to die on the Andrew Bogut hill.
Go on,
Okay,
get that tattoo
continue,
besides
Megan.
your Carson Wentz tattoo.
Yup,
Yes,
I will.
sir.
I will.
Okay, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing that on this show.
Right. Basketball, baby. Basketball.
Okay, so we're going
baby.
to talk WNBA free agency. Now, we heard that Sue Bird is back for 1 more year. We also heard that Sylvia Fowles is also back. She will be back with Minnesota. She's 36 years old. She's the same age as me. And I mean, she's been there for a minute. Her coach was also named the head coach of the international team. So, I think we'll see quite a bit out of Syl for a few more seasons. Also, speaking about Minnesota, Nafisa Collier is pregnant, so she will not be playing this season. So there was a few that thought that Sylvia might leave. Get your dog. And then also, we heard this morning, Diamond DeShields said that she will not be playing with Chicago anymore. Tyler, you heard that? Heard that news?
Yeah. Yep.
Can I ask
Any
a
thoughts?
question?
So, go ahead, Dom.
What does cord mean as far as your status as a WNBA free agent?
She's
No,
actually
it's
probably
core.
gonna be
It's
better.
core. It's core player. And let me go ahead and just read to you what the definition of a core player is. Hold on one second.
Fundamentally, that I understand. I'm looking at a list of the free agents, and I see restricted, unrestricted, and then cord. Oh, is it like?
It's basically saying it's like getting tagged. You get basically a franchise tag. That's basically what it's like.
Yeah. So, as far as Diamond DeShield goes, I actually thought, it's almost going to be so hard to keep everybody on the sky and make another run at it. So DeShield was one of them that I was kind of on the fence for, because I actually kind of think someone's going to probably offer Dolson a contract, and I think Chicago's going to end up matching it and keeping her. So I think that's why DeShield's leaving is gonna kind of work in our favor as far as keeping Dolson. I think the idea is that you bring Allie back for a year, you bring Courtney back for a year, you sign Kalia Copper to a 3-year deal, and you match whoever goes after Dolson's contract. You let Lexi Brown go, and you let DeShields go, because that's how money works, right? And that's how you're going to have to contend and be good. That way you keep Dolson and you keep Kalia Copper, so you have the future there, and you have Allie Quigley and Courtney Vandersloot come back for one more year to kind of do that last dance thing with the Sky. That's what I think.
I think Courtney stays. I think Allie might retire. I think there was some big news this morning with Seattle, which I'll let Will cover that. So I think Dolson actually might possibly go because there is some big news going on with Seattle. So there's going to be some teams that change. The Mercury finally have a head coach. Are they going to be able to retain Sophie Cunningham? There's, Brianna Stewart is a free agent. Go ahead and talk to us about Seattle, Will. Tell us what's going on with Seattle. So some of these powerhouses are going to look very different this upcoming season.
So if y'all didn't know, I cover Seattle. Some of those who haven't been on, it's because Charlotte doesn't have a team anymore, and I adopted Seattle a few years ago.
Man.
Hell no, bro.
No.
You're not talking about Kyrie right now.
Anyway, Seattle
Actually,
added Pokey Chapman to the coaching staff and Ebony Hoffman.
That was so funny.
And the cool thing about Pokey Chapman, Megan actually told me this earlier, and thank you, Megan, for telling me. She helped coach Sue Bird overseas. And that's huge because Sue Bird actually recently came out and said, I'm coming back for another season. So I think that's even going to motivate her even more. But we, as Dom brought up, the core thing, our core player is Jewel Lloyd, which means, like Megan said, a team can designate one of their veteran free agents as a core player, provided that they don't have a core contract for the 2022 season.
Mm-hmm.
But there is some tough news that Stewart may not come back because Stewart didn't play in the playoffs last year because of an Achilles injury. And she said that she wants to come back to Seattle. She was quoted saying, "My heart is in Seattle, and I plan on being back to play in the new arena." But she just recently had talks with the Liberty, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. It would stink seeing her leave. But also, she is from
Sabrina,
New York. She is from New York. And
so I'm reading up on it now. So sorry to interrupt, Will, but basically what core is, it's basically if you have an unrestricted free agent, if you designate them as a core, it
Of course, his internet. I'm telling you, it's like a franchise tag.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that so much. Shut up, Dom.
Okay, so also we heard yesterday that Tia Cooper re-signed with the Sparks. So definitely shout that out, Aunt. And then where's the poof? She said, "Where's your poof?" Let's see what else we got going on.
We got braided, man. We got braided up for this.
Lexi Brown, she's a restricted free agent, and so that's definitely going to be an issue, like we talked about with Chicago with Tyler. Asia Wilson is also a restricted free agent. Talking about Asia Wilson, I think that Asia will be back. I think Liz Cambage is out when it comes to Vegas.
They just gave didn't the Aces give Asia? I think she got a raise.
I have not heard if she signed anything else yet. Let's see. We also have. Let me see on this list right here.
Your squad. Your squad should get.
Didn't your squad sign re-sign Kalia Cooper?
She's a core player. She's a core player.
Okay.
Cooper, Kalia Cooper is a core player. Now my team's going to look different too. The reason my team's going to look different is because we have 0 cap space. And we have 2 first-round draft picks. So we still have to make space, and we're literally 1 roster spot over right now. So we have to get rid of somebody, and then we have to get rid of 2 more players, basically. So 3 total. Alicia Gray is a free agent as well. I would like to, personally, for the Wings, I would like to focus on the draft, make some move in the free agency, and focus on the draft. Get Enrique, another sharpshooter to add with her. Haley Jones, Stanford, Wings, pick her up. All right, guys, let's do our final shout outs and we're going to wrap it up tonight.
We ain't talking about Kyrie Irving. Hold on.
No.
Didn't know.
Do you want Dom to come
hold on. This is what we're going to say about Kyrie. The reason he bothers the shit out of me this week is that even though he was present for the game in Cleveland, his presence was not enough for them to beat Cleveland. Thank you very much. Let's do our shout outs.
Can you just mute Jahan, please?
Los Angeles Clippers, baby.
Durant's hurt. What you expect? Kevin Durant's hurt.
Shout out to the Los Angeles Clippers, baby.
Your leader is hurt.
Hang on.
102 to 101.
Start with James and go counterclockwise.
Didn't they have enough to win the other night? Yes or no?
Hold on, Dom. You don't get to make the rules.
They had enough to beat.
Dare that.
I'm just saying it makes sense.
From Cleveland.
You start. Let's go.
For me,
no. They only won them 1 championship when they ended a 52-year.
Yes, y'all muted because y'all talking too much.
James, go ahead.
I said what I said.
Shout outs.
Shout out Craig Davis. Shout out Marshall Hill. Shout out Cowboy Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Unconventional Kings fam. Shout out Big Chick Seasoning. See you guys on the Gauntlet tomorrow night, breaking down the best NFL content in the world.
James said
what I was going to say.
Unconventional King shout outs and shit.
I'm on conventional.
He said unconventional Kings fam.
Hey, Jay, remember when Eric was calling you Neil?
Yeah, I thought about adopting that.
Neil.
Neil.
I was like, all right, I guess I'm Neil.
All right, Jay, go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you, even though James just told everybody where.
Pretty much. Carousel, sip off. The gauntlet continues. 4 Horsemen for life, baby. Eric Richard King's fam. Craig Davis, Marshall Hill. Y'all out there. We in here. Let's go.
All right, Tyler.
You guys can catch me on the NBA Carousel hosted by Megan Price on Mondays. You can catch me, of course, on the Gauntlet tomorrow, hosted by the boys over here. You can catch me on the Sip Off here usually on Thursday nights, but we did a special Friday night. And you guys can catch me tomorrow at 2:00 with the homie Jahan up there, my friend Cody Jones, and my friend Kyle Paul as we'll break down UFC 270, Francis Ngannou versus Real Gone for the heavyweight strap.
Who's fighting tomorrow?
Ngannou versus Gone. It's going to be a slugfest. Someone's getting knocked out.
Someone's going night-night. You want to go night-night?
Yes.
Okay, Dom, your turn.
NBA Carousel. Mondays, Megan Price. Thursdays, Alex Fleming's NFL Carousel. Although we're in the off season, you can catch us next.
Yeah, why are you shouting that out?
It's because I contribute and because I cross promote. Dick, it's my time. 7 p.m. on Thursdays
Go
when
ahead.
we're back on. Also
Man,
here,
this dude Tom Green is getting really mouthy right now.
Yeah, he did.
Fucking
why are you talking? This is my time.
Hey man, y'all let Ernest go, man.
Sip off. Sip
Y'all
off.
let Ernest go, bro.
Sip off. 8:15. Hosted by Megan, Ant, and Jahan.
Would you hurry up?
Fridays is nothing. Saturday, 7 p.m. Gauntlet continues, hosted by James. The four of us on the bottom. James J, Tyler, and myself. Now part of the Sideline Sports Network. And
go
ahead, Cole.
Oh my
I am
god.
40 years older now.
I didn't talk during any of y'all's times.
Hey, you forgot one, Don. Hold on,
1,000 years later.
Don forgot one.
That was the slowest shout out ever.
Him in Farmington Hills asking for Marlboro Reds.
Menthol only, sir.
Gross.
Go ahead,
Hedges.
cool. Go ahead, cool.
Cool, you've been patient.
Dude, Ant called him Ernest.
Ernest, go to jail, head ass.
My neighbor's name was Ernest, and we used to sit on the porch drunk and just make up
What does that mean? What does that got to do with
new
anything?
movie titles.
Go ahead, Cole.
I love this guy.
All right, so I'm gonna go in.
Ernest takes out the trash.
Complete order. We'll start on Monday. NBA Carousel, hosted by Megan Price. Wednesday, keep it open. There's something coming. I'm not gonna say it yet, but there's something coming on Wednesdays. Thursday nights, we're gonna be rocking with the sip off. Fridays, you can always find me 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. PlayCallerSportsTalk.com. I am the play caller. Follow us at Real Play Callers. Let's go.
All right,
Can I get on your show, Cool?
Big baller play caller.
What you say, Don?
I said, can I get on your show? My Friday nights are open again.
I got you. We got some things to talk about.
Yeah.
I got you.
Because We Are the Lions is over.
Oh, and also, like,
I mean, it's still there, but since I left, they got two new subscribers in the last month.
Okay, so wait, what? My turn.
Your turn, Will.
Yeah.
So you guys can find me on the NBA Carousel Monday nights, either covering the Hornets and the Jazz, or one of each. I've yet to cover the Jazz, but I do from time to time. Thursday nights, normally you can find me on here, and then Saturday nights, I'm appearing on the Gauntlet again. That's by these guys.
Do a shot.
I'm not drinking liquor tonight, but I got this.
I got it.
Hey, the crown, baby.
But yep,
Crown,
that's
baby.
my shout out.
That crown. That crown for
the
those
H2O.
unfortunate kings.
All right, guys. I'm going to play the song, and we out of here.
Dang, I don't get my shout out. Damn, y'all being bogus.
You ain't got nothing to shout out except your own show.
I was
Hey
about to
man,
say,
watch your mouth, Don. Check it out. Shout out to my Los Angeles Clippers for beating up on them 76ers, man. You already know what's going on, man. Shout out to my daughter, you know what I'm saying, the Race Roddy, youngest co-host of the Sip Off, you know what I'm saying. Happy birthday to my boy Jacob King, man. I love you, man. Real talk.
Yes,
you turn
sir.
up with your old self. You heard me?
Happy
what else
birthday,
we gonna do right
Jacob.
here? You know what I'm saying?
It's
Whole lot of
time,
this and a whole
and
lot
you
of
know
that,
that.
and a whole lot of nothing else after that. So y'all do y'all thing. I just wanted to say that right quick and just go on a quick little random, you know what I'm saying, soliloquy right quick, you know what I'm saying? Put a little mama's cooking on the
drank all
show, you
that.
heard me?
Hey, Ant, why your ponytail look like a weed leaf?
Hey, I just want to say,
Because that's what we advocating.
I'm Jahan
420.
Phillips everywhere. Shout out to everybody. Tune in tomorrow to Cage Raiders podcast. We do it once a month. It's some real chill stuff. Come on, check out me and Tyler tomorrow. And as always, stay classy, San Diego.
So cage rangers are saying, "Oh, I love that stay classy."
Okay. Okay. I like the way you
Cage
did that,
rangers
Ron Burgundy.
tomorrow. You see,
Yeah,
I'm
I was waiting for
drinking.
a classic Jahan send off.
No,
Hey,
I like
it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing greater than I'm everywhere like Visa.
We done for the night. Good night, y'all.